Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
Yeah, run up there, dude. Yeah. Great. Yeah, that's right.
Oakland Hills, a storied course. Donald Ross design, Robert Trent Jones redesign, and now a new Reese Jones, the son of Robert Trent Jones, redesigned just in time for the PGA Championship in 2008. Oakland Hills has hosted 5 U.S. Opens, the U.S. Amateur, 2 PGA Championships, and the Ryder Cup. So welcome again to another PGA Championship in 2008.
And you've been so associated with Michigan. We were talking a little bit earlier that even when you were in New York, you kind of became associated with Michigan, and meeting Walter Hagen, who became one of the great heroes here, was the pro at Oakland Hills, and then spent his retirement years naturally in northern Michigan, not too far from here.
Well, I became a very close friend of Al Watrous, who I think was one of the great Michigan pros. And he used to walk with me at Oakland Hills where we were Mile Land. He'd hit shots. You know, he'd take a golf club and hit shots anytime. He probably hits more shots than anybody in the world. And I was very fond of Al Watrous, and he was very excited about Oakland Hills. So we have a great association. Between Hagen and Watrous in Michigan have been 2 great pros that I've had a great relationship with.
Now you caddied for Hagen, right? As a young boy. Mm-hmm. Tell us about that. How did that happen?
Well, I decided you could make a lot of money as a caddy if you went to Country Club of Rochester, because that was the richest course in the area. George Eastman belonged there, and all the big money people. You could make 25 cents a round if you caddied. So I went up the first time. I had to go by trolley car from East Rochester to Stop 6 and get off and walk about a mile. As a matter of fact, I used to run that mile, and I think that's what was good for my longevity. Anyway, I was walking up this road that separated the two segments of the Country Club of Rochester, and Hagen comes in a white Packard race car. And you know, he was a handsome guy, bronze, tanned color and black hair, and boy, that was a thrill. And that was my first approach to caddying whatsoever. Anyway, I got the job, and I caddied there for a while, and then I bought a club for 50 cents, a mid-iron, in the pro shop. And that's how I learned to play golf, with that mid-iron. And I learned to play well enough, so when they had an open championship in Rochester, the Rochester Journal-American, when I was 16 years old, I shot a 75 in the morning and a 69, broke the course record in the afternoon, because I'd learned to play shots effectively with that wood-shafted mid-iron. So when Hagen would come back to Rochester to play exhibition matches with the British, there always was 2 British teams who came over to play exhibition matches, Vardy and Ray, Duncan and Mitchell, etc. And I would be there to watch them and sometimes caddy for one of them. And that really indelibly got me into golf in a big way.
You talked about, earlier you talked about the foreground and how a green sits and foreground and the background. What is the artistry of building a golf hole?
Well, it's the our artistry of art itself. What makes a good painting? Composition. I mean, the balance. You take, when I look and sketch a golf green, if I'm going to have a trap over here, how do I balance it off? With a trap on the other side or a mound, and the contours in the background. That's the greatest thing that has helped me. At Cornell, I took art to sketch green sites, and the green sites I give to my staff, and they can stake it out, and then they can start shaping it. They know what they're doing because they've got a picture, a mental picture.
Old golf courses didn't have much water. New golf courses do. Why is that?
Well, I think probably I'm responsible to some extent. I came to the conclusion that the trap shot had become ineffective because they knocked it so close to move down one putt. And I felt that therefore they should have water, which was the ultimate penalty. And I remember when I built the Atlanta Athletic Club, Bob Jones, I'd done this course at Peachtree with Bobby Jones. And he said, Trent, you know, a little water is all right, but too much is not good. And he says it's like an automobile accident compared to an airplane accident. He said, in an automobile accident you might survive, but in an airplane accident you don't survive. So we had four water holes, a short hole, a drive and a pitch hole, and a par 5. And so I really think that I had more influence on the use of water because it was the ultimate penalty. You see, when I design a golf hole, I will take and design it, and then I'll say, what are the alternatives? And then I'll try to work out any number of alternatives I can, and try to logically cut that down. I don't want repetitive of one hole looking like the other hole. The same on the green, or the traps in the fairway, or the playing value of the hole.
What's the best compliment you've ever received on a golf course, your golf course?
Well, the fact that they keep putting me these courses in the top 100 is the biggest compliment I can get. The acceptance of my work is really the compliment.
On that note, how would you wish to be remembered as a golf course architect and someone who's made so many significant contributions to golf?
I think the best monument I can get when I die is to have about 100 of those monuments. The people, because they'll go on for another 50 years at least.